Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Raz. In this video, I want to talk about the enchantment reroller. Now, this is obviously a very exciting thing that's returning from Borderlands 3. It took a while to finally get this in Borderlands 3, and everybody was asking for it, but it is going to be at the launch of Borderlands. And I just want to take a look at all the enchantments that you can get on some weapons. Obviously, we're not going to figure out everything in this video because obviously we are limited to a specific amount, and also don't want the video to go on for hours. But I actually want to go over a little bit between all the different weapon types. Really quick, as of recording this, 93% of people that watch my videos are not subscribed to me. So if you're enjoying it, find yourself keep coming back, consider subscribing and dropping a like. It really helps me out and our community grow by getting these videos out there for everyone to see. I truly appreciate it. But all right, starting off, we actually are going to start with weapon attachments or weapon enchantments or enchanted. So as you see, this one says after action skill ends, increases damage of your next critical hit by 20%. Nothing too crazy. If you have an action skill spam build, you can obviously get that critical hit damage by 20%, but I think it is only going to be one hit. It says next critical hit, so this is probably pretty good on sniper rifles or something like that. But if we actually just go on and re-roll it, you have your call switch is 2, and I did receive 4,000 from a quest, so I would imagine this is just normal. You're going to get 4,000 all the time, so you're going to have a lot to re-roll if you ever need to get a specific weapon. So we're just going to go and re-roll it. And the new enchantment over here is enchanted after action skill ends, gain 14% area damage and 14% spell radius for 5 seconds. So this is good for, you know, a spell build. And when your action skill ends, you're going to get more area damage, spell radius, pretty cool. But you can actually keep your original enchantment or accept your new enchantment by pressing one of the other. So if you actually, you know, discard it, you still pay the cost, but it does stay the same. Now, what is interesting now is the fact that you have re-rolled this gun one time, it goes up in count. So now it's going to cost 4 to re-roll it, and it's going to keep going up as you keep going. So we will re-roll it again to see what other enchantment we can get. So now we have enchanted on spell cast, increase poison damage by 12% for 5 seconds. Now this could be really good if you have a poison spell, because obviously when you cast your spell, you're just getting 12% more damage. And there is a theme, and as you can see, the bonuses aren't too crazy. Like, it's not like increase it by 120%, but they are still increases, and they probably are still going to be best slot because they are damage increase bonuses. But again, we're just going to discard it, and we see now you go to 8. So we re-roll it again since we do have a lot of currency, so we can see the next one. So now we have on spell cast increased lightning damage. So it's literally just like the other one, but you're increasing lightning damage. So we'll go to the next one, and now we have on action skill end, increase status effect damage and status effect duration by 8% for 10 seconds. This is going to be really good for the Sabomancer. So whenever you use an action skill, all your status effect damage and duration is now just better. Really good, since they really play into the status effect roll. We reroll it one more time, then we'll move on to something else. So now after getting a spell kill, increase damage of your next critical hit by 20%. So this would be good for Spellborn, since you're always getting spell kills. Pretty much every single time you're going to have your spell crit, and it's going to do even more damage, which can be really cool. Now if you actually take a look at a melee weapon, as you see, this one already has on action skill start increased status effect chance and damage by 8% for 10 seconds. So as you see, this can clearly roll with the exact same stuff as weapons. So I'm not 100% sure if they are melee specific, but this one specifically right here says gain 4% melee damage for a short duration after each consecutive melee hit. So I'm pretty sure this one is probably going to be melee specific, but I guess it could come on a weapon. But getting 4% melee damage every time you melee an enemy, if you can get some melee attack speed up, that could be pretty good. Now another reroll on it, let's see what we get here. So on spellcast, you get increased frost damage, so again you can't get the exact same ones. And then we have the poison one again. And then we have while action skill is active, increases elemental damage by 14%. So if you have an action skill that's really based on, you know, elemental damage, this could be really good. Now we roll it one more time, and now we have enchanted while action skill is active, can increase poison damage. So again, the same one as the other one. So now right here we actually have a spell. So while action skill is active, increases poison damage by 35%. So you can clearly see that the percentage actually seems to go up with level as well. So this one's level 34. The other things are level 30 and 31. So either it goes up with level, or the spell specifically give bigger bonuses. But as you see, again, we have the poison damage. We'll go on and re-roll it, and now we have while action skills active, increases dark magic damage by 35%. So again, just another element. We'll go on and re-roll it again, and we have on spell cast, increased melee damage by 21% for 10 seconds. So this could be really good, obviously, for a melee build. You just cast a spell, and now you get a bonus melee damage for 10 seconds. A pretty good amount too. That's actually pretty good. We'll re-roll it again here. We'll see what we get. While action skills active, increases companion damage by 35%. So this is going to be Very, very good. If you have a companion build, you can keep your axe skill up, have some huge axe skill duration. So we roll it again. We'll see what we get. Wax skill's active increases elemental damage for 24%. So overall, it is a little less than a specific element, but you just get a pretty huge damage buff to all your elements, which is good if you have a different element based build, if you're not focusing on one element. And finally, we'll roll it one more time, and on spell cast, increase melee damage for 24%. So that's the same thing. So we have a ward right here now. So again, this says on spell cast, increase elemental damage about 14% for 5 seconds. The same thing as the other ones. So it seems that melee weapons and like actual weapons can roll the same things on top of wards and spells being able to roll the same thing. It may just be a general pool where everything can kind of roll, and then there are some specific traits for each category, which I feel like is probably the way it is. But we'll reroll this one, and now on Axial Star, increases spell damage for 28% for 10 seconds. That's insanely good for spell shot. We'll reroll it again. We'll see what we get on spell cast. Increase ability damage for 20%. So it's pretty much what that just was, but it's opposite. So now you cast a spell, your action skills do more damage. Then we have on action skill start, increases damage dealt by 14% for 20 seconds. So 20 seconds is actually a long time, and it's just increasing your damage dealt for everything. That's actually a pretty good enchantment right there. Then we'll reroll it again. Then on action skill start, increase damage dealt. Okay, that's the same thing. They gave us the same one. That's not cool. We roll it one more time. Then on spell cast, increase fire damage by 20%. So again, you have a spell that does fire damage, you're just gonna have 21% more damage. Now if we actually take a look at this one, this is a level 41. So while an action skill is active, increases frost damage by 50%. So it clearly does scale up with level, because the 50% damage is way more than the other 21s and 18s and 14s that you're getting. So just know that it does scale up with level. On top of that, they all seem to have a pretty generic pool, like they all kind of can roll the same thing. It seems that some may have specific things you can get, and also on top of that, they are very cheap to re-roll. The first couple times that you see, it only costs 2, but if you keep re-rolling the same thing over and over again, the more it's going to cost and the more you're going to have to start farming for the material, which I think is pretty cool, and does give you an incentive to play the game and grind the game and actually get the enchantment you want. But hopefully you'll get lucky enough and you can get it first couple tries. I do feel like once you've re-rolled it a lot, it is going to start to be a problem, depending on how easy the currency is to get, because obviously in Borderlands 3 the Iridium thing was an issue, and this could also be an issue, maybe even worse, once you re-rolled it so many amount of times and it just costs an absurd amount to re-roll an enchantment. It might literally be better to just go try to farm another weapon and get an enchantment on it. But we'll see how that all plays out. Let me know what you think about the system in the comments below. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.